Okay, so the final thing that makes our ride possible is to have a board. And I have in the Moses lineup 3 boards for you. One of them is the T40, then a step up for this year is the T60, and another beautiful board is the Comet board. Now let's talk first about the T40 board. The T40 board was kept from last year. This is a fiberglass board and it is 144 centimeter by 48.5 centimeter wide. What it is about 3.6 kilo. What you will see that the bottom of the board is flat, but it is extremely wide. It is rounded on the side. What it does for you, and it has a very nice rocker in the front with ample of volume. So the T40 is like a beginner setup and overall setup. I would say, that someone who is coming into the sport, it's a wonderful and budget-friendly choice to have. It is coming with the 3 foot strap setup. When you start out, you may want to take off the back foot strap and then put only the front foot straps. The board is a great board to get on the sport, and you will be able to jump on it, do freestyle on it. It is short enough also to get into a board bag with your regular, twin tip board, because, as I said, it is only 144 centimeter long. From the T40, I would like to step onto the Comet and not to the T60, because there are certain design features on the Comet that is actually used on the T60, so you guys can understand a little bit better. The Comet board was designed by Temovento's designer Enrico Cassiani. It's a beautiful, beautiful board, and this shape is also used by Maxime Nochet, 10 times world champion of hydrofoiling. What you need to know about this board is that this is fine-tuned for racing, and what do you need in racing is the following. You need a very, very specific bottom shape of the board. So you need a good volume of the board, you need a good length, because if you decelerate, you want to be able to stay on the plane and be able to relaunch yourself. So this board is coming with a very, very nice rocker line. At the same time, when you are able to get off the plane or get on the plane, then you want to bank your board to the side with an extreme angle like that. So they took a lot of volume and lot of volume of this board at this area, and they also cut basically the side of the board. As you can see here, if you imagine that the waves are coming toward this board, then they would not be able to touch the tail of the board, and the board is just kind of cruising over and eating up all the chop that is coming into its way. Until you try it, you don't necessarily understand it, but if you are comparing with the T40, the shape is totally different. That thing would hang into the water, and every wave that is coming to the board's direction and reaching it will decelerate the setup. But this cutout will enable no deceleration. This is really going to fly like a bullet into the wing. Okay, so if you are not into racing, let's say you want to know, hydrofoiling, you know that, okay, my next thing is a race board, and you go with the Comet, which is the world champions board. So that's a fantastic choice. But if you are not into racing, then in the Moses lineup you have 2 choices. One of them, the T40 board, and the other one is the T60. What is the difference between the T40 and the T60? The T60 is a full carbon setup, and in its core it brings a lot of features that actually the Comet has. What are those features? One of them, that it has a very wide nose, which help you to stay on the water, and also with the pronounced rocker line to be able to pop up on the surface and have the foil to get engaged. At the same time, they tucked away the tail section of the board, so when you are turning into on the side of the board, you will be able to avoid contact with the water, and that's a beautiful feature. At the same time, the bottom and this tuck away change, as you can see, is less pronounced than with the Comet, and you have a very wide planing surface area, so if you are coming off the plane, you are still going to be extremely stable. The weight and the size of these two boards are pretty similar. If you are going to you have a price consciousness, then this is about $200 less than the T60, but both boards are really nice. I personally, my favorite is the T60 board, which is very light due to the short design of the board. It has a very small swing weight, so you can able to maneuver the board very easily. The rocker line, when you are learning tacks and jibes, are helping you when you are decelerating off the plane and touching on the water. You are able to come up on the surface very easily. It is just kind of push you on top of it. I love the deck that they didn't make it convex, they made it totally flat. That gives you a lot of control and feel for the board. The foot straps, obviously you have the 3 foot strap setup, and it does not have the track in the back like the Comet has, but the foot straps are designed in a way that they will accommodate this stationary mast placement. Much longer, so to generate really a lot of surface area. So to be honest with you, first I was came up a whole new line of mast. They started with the 41 centimeter mast, then